Hey guys, and welcome to the next episode of Conclave Chronicles. I actually missed the first week I've ever missed last week, and I'm disappointed within myself. I do have reasons, excuses, whatever you want to call them. The line is very thin when it comes to choice of words with that. But you may have noticed there's been a couple of times when audio has been off in my videos, and this is when it essentially skips and it, like, say I'm mid-sentence, it suddenly skips to the beginning of the next sentence. And this isn't in footage, it's only in audio in which I'm recording it. Okay, there is much more powerful than I realised. It's always Audacity that causes this problem, and I kind of assumed, okay, faulty blue snowball, which is the microphone I was using, and this may or may not be the case. As you may hear, I'm now using a different microphone, but as for whether or not that's going to fix it, it remains to be seen. Hopefully it does. If not, I will have to find an alternative to Audacity, which is less than ideal, because that means trying to find the right settings again, which, to be honest, it took me kind of years to do, and even then there's still settings which aren't perfect or could be refined. Audio is just one of those things. It does play a huge role, more than people realise, definitely. That's not just with videos, it's with anything, like, even choice of music, the people who choose to use music, it can sometimes really negatively impact the content if it's wrong. Like, sometimes using no music is better than using any music. Some people use music for the sake of using music, but that explains the... I can do that too. It explains the lack in commentary-focused videos recently, because there's been a lot of fallout and a few sort of highlightsy videos, montagey short videos from various different platforms, let's call them, but none that go over 5 minutes or have any kind of commentary or tangible narrative. You can tell I've been studying too much film and not enjoying myself enough with the bloody terminology I'm using. It's one of those things where, like, I kind of force myself to use terminology I wouldn't otherwise use, otherwise I'm never going to develop as a... Can I... Is he seriously gonna... If I don't get this, I'm gonna be very unhappy. He's actually gonna... I don't think I can take this. Yeah, wow. Okay, outplayed completely. It's yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of need to apply the learning you learn in your lessons, otherwise you will not get a chance to... Well, yeah, you don't... I feel like I'm going into this point too much and people know exactly what I'm going to mean, so I won't go on much longer. I'm really, I've really let myself go, by the looks of it. Like, I'll never say I ever really had that innate skill or ability, but definitely I have done better in the past, and it has been a while since I've touched Warframe in general, and this is actually like my main point I wanted to raise in this video. The update structure in Warframe. Now, don't get me wrong, it's very, very good. Like, there's major updates, they happen frequently, and they're enough to bring people back and reinvigorate interest. And that's what happens with me. Every time there's a big update, it's like, whoa, this is awesome. I explore the content and suddenly I'm really motivated to, okay, I need to get the Frost, otherwise he would have just, no, he just kind of ganged up on me, that wasn't fair. It's like you want to get back into it, you want to find and unlock and use everything that's new. But once you kind of do, or even once you expose yourself to the new content enough, then that is enough, and it's often difficult to get back into it properly. Let's say, like, when something really big comes out, let's say the raid, that's something you can put loads of hours into, and it's something you can do across all updates, if that makes sense. It's not just, okay, this update's come out, let's do this for a bit and then let's get bored of it. Like, a better example would be Synthesis, or for a more realistic example actually, all the new frames that come out. They're really fun to use when they come out, but then they just kind of fall into your arsenal with frames that you sometimes pull out for a particular thing, or if you're just bored even, but you don't really use regularly. And I think that is the... It's not necessarily a problem with Warframe's update system. If anything, it's a problem with, I guess, audience retention. Like, as a player, it's difficult to enjoy something unless there's something to constantly work towards. You kind of have that need of progression, which they're adding to everything now. Even I can't name one particularly, but if there was a point-and-click adventure, they would probably add some kind of, okay, as you're going through, you're going to unlock things so that when you're going through, you don't feel as though you're wasting time and you're actually doing something. In fact, no, I can name one. I guess Bastion, to an extent, has that, because it kind of has all those challenges and various things you can do, and different weapons you can unlock and upgrade. And it kind of doesn't suit the game. Not to criticise Bastion at all, I'm just criticising the industry and how it works these days. Call of Duty. Normally you play through the campaign for a cinematic experience, that's like always been their focus. But I've been going through the single player of Black Ops 3 recently, and it's not so much a cinematic, well, it is still a cinematic experience, but it's not primarily a cinematic experience anymore. That is not the shield, that is completely the wrong thing. And if I dropped shield, I would have easily got a triple there. What? I see what's going on here. Do you see what's going on here? Because that explains why they ganged up earlier. It suddenly makes sense. But yeah, they've added, first of all, they've added a safe house where you can, like, display all your collectibles and upgrade your arsenal and select loadouts. And they've added a sort of skill system where you can upgrade abilities and go down. There's 3 skill trees, like, for a first-person shooter, having skill trees in a first-person shooter. I know there's games like Borderlands, but those are hybrids, that's different. It's just, they've really started trying to innovate the genre by taking elements from other genres, and I don't know how I got onto this tangent because it suddenly doesn't feel very relevant. What are the... I feel like they're just toying and they're not actually going for straight kills, they're just trying to like pull off some kind of stylish thing. But I was talking about the update system of Warframe beforehand, and then I mentioned the problem with it. And yeah, I suppose the impact, if anything, this is praise towards Warframe because they are not conforming. They're not. They haven't got those systems in place that loads of other games seem to be doing these days. And that was some nice cleaving with the torpedo, and I actually managed to get to first. But yeah, if like, it's still a very grind-centric release. I'm not going to try and hide that fact. There's a lot of grinding to be done. And some people don't like that, some people do. There is always something to work towards, but there's not... They always seem like long-term goals, like you're always just farming one thing in general. This guy is having a very unsuccessful fight. And others have more, I guess, short-term goals in mind, like you do something on the day and you get something on the day you do it. And I suppose that's reflected in, sorry to use this as another example, but Black Ops 3 again, like in the multiplayer, when you're doing multiplayer you earn crypto keys, and those crypto keys, every time you get 10 of them, you can buy a cache, and when you buy a cache you get 3 items which cannot be earned any other way. And I actually did an unboxing / opening of these the other day, because I eventually did 10 of them. I thought, oh, I'll record them all and see if anything cool happens from it. And it's something you want to go back to each day to get those crypto keys and get those caches, and then after that day of playing it has been finished, you got, oh, okay, I've got this as a result. And it's something you wouldn't have been able to get any other way. Whereas, I don't know, Warframe still does have that to an extent. It's more of a, okay, I'm going to passively get things, and then you kind of build up a stockpile. Like all the resources you get, you have them permanently, with the exception of Argon crystals, of course. And yeah, there's like, eventually it gets to the point where all of those stockpiles of resources are so large, and every time something new comes out, you already have everything you need for it, other than like blueprints and stuff, which usually require that one mission, which makes that one update so exciting. If I can get this, then I was going to try and overload, because we had energy surge, but it didn't quite work out. Still managed to get first place, and I would be curious to hear what you think about the update system and how it works and everything like that. And sorry again for the kind of loose commentary, I'm going to say. It's been a while, and it will probably take a while for me to get into it, and hopefully I can fix these microphone problems beforehand. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Please rate if you enjoyed the video, and this is me out. Peace.